There's a bone in your body that science refuses to acknowledge, yet ancient mystics called it the seat of divine power. Hidden beneath layers of flesh and forgotten knowledge lies your coccyx, your tailbone, what the ancients knew as the sacred bone of awakening. This isn't just calcium and marrow, this is your dormant antenna to higher dimensions, and when activated, it doesn't just change your energy. It rewrites your entire reality matrix. The 7 rituals you're about to discover were banned by religious institutions for over 2,000 years, because they don't just raise consciousness, they shatter the illusion of limitation completely. And those who control this world know that an awakened spine means an uncontrollable soul. Your tailbone isn't an evolutionary leftover. It's a crystalline receiver designed to channel cosmic frequencies directly into your nervous system. Every spiritual tradition speaks of this hidden power. The Egyptians called it the Jed pillar. The Hindus named it the Muladhara foundation. The Kabbalists knew it as the Yesod connection. They all pointed to the same truth, that at the base of your spine lies a sleeping dragon of pure creative force. And when this dragon awakens, reality bends to your will because you're no longer vibrating as a limited human. You're broadcasting as a divine antenna. But here's what they didn't tell you. Your tailbone has been deliberately suppressed. Modern chairs force it into unnatural positions. Stress creates energetic knots around it. Fear-based programming builds psychic armor that blocks its natural flow. Most people live their entire lives with this sacred bone locked in energetic prison, which is why dreams feel impossible. Abundance seems elusive, and spiritual connection feels like reaching through thick glass. You're trying to download cosmic intelligence through a blocked receiver, and no amount of positive thinking can fix what requires energetic engineering. The 7 forbidden rituals you're about to learn don't require crystals, candles, or complicated ceremonies. They work directly with your body's natural electromagnetic field, using precise movements, breathing patterns, and consciousness techniques that were preserved in secret by mystery schools for millennia. These aren't theories or philosophical concepts. They are biomechanical reality hacks that physically restructure how energy moves through your spine. And when energy moves differently, everything responds differently. But pay attention, because this activation isn't gentle. When your hidden bone awakens, it sends shockwaves through every system in your body. Old patterns dissolve, toxic relationships fall away. Your entire life reorganizes around a new frequency signature. Some people call this a spiritual emergency because the change is so rapid and complete. Your nervous system literally upgrades its capacity to hold higher voltage consciousness, and if you're not prepared for this transformation, it can feel overwhelming. That's why these rituals were kept secret, not to hide power from people, but to protect people from power they weren't ready to integrate. The first ritual activates what ancient texts called the serpent's tail, the coiled energy that sleeps at your tailbone waiting to ascend. You begin by finding the exact center of your coccyx, not just the bone you can feel, but the energetic core that pulses beneath it. Place your awareness there and breathe directly into that space as if your tailbone has its own set of lungs. With each inhale, visualize golden light spiraling clockwise into the bone itself. With each exhale, feel that light expanding outward, creating an electromagnetic field around your entire pelvis. Continue this for exactly 7 minutes while maintaining perfect stillness, because movement dissipates the charge you're building. And this charge is what breaks through the energetic calcification that's been blocking your sacred receiver for years. The second ritual awakens the bone's connection to Earth's magnetic field through what mystics called the grounding serpent technique. Stand barefoot on natural earth, not concrete or wood, but actual soil that connects you to the planet's electromagnetic grid. Feel your tailbone as a root, extending deep into the Earth's core. Now rock your pelvis in slow figure-8 patterns while maintaining awareness of your coccyx as the central axis. This isn't just movement, it's magnetic alignment. Your tailbone contains trace amounts of magnetite, the same mineral that helps birds navigate during migration. And when you move it in these specific patterns while grounded to Earth, you recalibrate your entire energetic navigation system. After exactly 8 minutes, you'll feel a distinct pulling sensation at the base of your spine. That's your hidden bone establishing its connection to planetary consciousness. The third ritual unlocks what ancient Egyptians called the Jed awakening, the technique for transforming your spine into a pillar of living light. Lie flat on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the ground. Place both hands on your tailbone and begin making a low humming sound that you feel resonating directly in the bone itself. The frequency doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel the vibration penetrating the calcium matrix of your coccyx. As you hum, visualize your entire spine as a column of crystalline light with your tailbone as the foundation stone. Continue humming while slowly raising and lowering your pelvis, creating a pumping motion that drives the vibration up through each vertebra. This sonic activation literally restructures the crystalline matrix within your bones, turning your spine into a more efficient conductor of cosmic frequency. The fourth ritual activates the hidden bone's connection to your pineal gland through what Taoists called the microcosmic orbit with sacred bone ignition. Sit in perfect stillness and place your tongue on the roof of your mouth, creating a closed electrical circuit within your body. Focus intensely on your tailbone while simultaneously holding awareness of the center of your brain, where your pineal gland sits like a pine cone of pure potential. Now breathe energy up from your tailbone, through your spine, over the crown of your head, and down the front of your body back to your tailbone. But here's the crucial part. Each time the energy passes through your coccyx, feel it igniting like a pilot light. And each time it reaches your pineal gland, feel it activating like a cosmic antenna, receiving transmission from higher dimensions. This creates a feedback loop between your earth connection and your cosmic receiver that literally rewires your nervous system's capacity to process multidimensional information. The fifth ritual awakens what mystery schools called the bone of bones, activation through sacred spiral breathing combined with electromagnetic field manipulation. Place your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your tailbone. Breathe in while spiraling energy from your tailbone up to your heart in a clockwise direction. Hold the breath while feeling both energy centers pulsing in synchronization. Exhale while spiraling energy from your heart down to your tailbone in a counterclockwise direction. This creates a figure-8 energy pattern that links your electromagnetic heart field with your grounding bone field, essentially turning your entire torso into a unified energy generator. Continue for exactly 13 breaths, because 13 is the number of transformation, and on the 13th exhale, you'll feel a distinct click or pop sensation in your tailbone. That's the moment your hidden bone shifts from dormant to active mode. The sixth ritual unlocks the bone's ability to channel what ancient Vedic texts called Shakti, Kundalini, through the sacred bone percussion technique. Using your fists, gently tap your tailbone area in a rhythmic pattern. 3 quick taps followed by 1 long pause, repeated continuously for 7 minutes. This isn't about force, it's about resonance. You're creating a drumbeat that awakens the sleeping serpent, energy coiled at the base of your spine. As you tap, vocalize the sound lam on each impact, because this is the seed mantra that corresponds to your root chakra and creates sympathetic vibration in your tailbone's crystalline structure. The combination of physical percussion and vocal resonance literally shakes loose the energetic deposits that have been blocking your sacred bone's natural function, and you'll know it's working when you feel waves of electric sensation moving up your spine. The seventh and most powerful ritual activates what was known in Atlantean mystery schools as the Bone of Ascension, Final Ignition Protocol. This combines all previous techniques into one integrated activation sequence. Begin in standing position and perform the grounding serpent movements while humming the DJed frequency and maintaining the microcosmic orbit breathing pattern. After 3 minutes, transition to the heart-tailbone spiral, breathing while continuing the sacred bone percussion with your free hand. Finally, complete the sequence by returning to the first ritual's golden light visualization. But now your tailbone isn't just receiving energy, it's broadcasting it throughout your entire energy field like a cosmic radio tower, transmitting your elevated frequency signature to the quantum field of infinite possibilities. When these 7 rituals are complete, your hidden bone doesn't just activate, it transforms into what mystics called the throne of the divine within human form. Your tailbone becomes a permanent receiver and transmitter of cosmic intelligence, constantly downloading higher dimensional information and uploading your consciousness to expanded states of awareness. This isn't a temporary high or fleeting spiritual experience. This is a permanent upgrade to your energetic operating system that changes how you interface with reality at the most fundamental level. But here's what happens next that no one talks about. When your sacred bone awakens, it begins attracting experiences that match its elevated frequency signature. Synchronicities multiply exponentially. Intuitive abilities sharpen dramatically. Your electromagnetic field becomes so coherent and powerful that it literally restructures the probability waves around you, making what seemed impossible inevitable and what felt like struggle effortless. People start responding to you differently because they're subconsciously feeling the upgraded energy you're emanating from your activated tailbone antenna. This is why these rituals were forbidden, not because they're dangerous to your body, but because they're dangerous to systems of control that depend on keeping human consciousness locked in limited frequency ranges. When your hidden bone activates, you stop responding to fear-based programming because your nervous system is now calibrated to higher dimensional intelligence that sees through illusions of scarcity and separation. You become literally ungovernable because you're no longer taking orders from external authorities. You're receiving direct downloads from cosmic consciousness through your awakened sacred bone receiver. The ancient mystery schools knew that human beings with activated tailbone antennas were impossible to control, manipulate, or deceive because they had direct access to source intelligence that bypassed all intermediaries. That's why these techniques were hidden in coded language, scattered across different traditions, and protected by oaths of secrecy. They weren't hiding spiritual knowledge, they were protecting the keys to human sovereignty. And now these keys are in your hands. Your hidden bone has been waiting your entire life for this activation. Every moment of dissatisfaction, every feeling that something was missing, every sense that you were capable of more than your current reality reflected, all of it was your sacred bone calling you home to your true power. The 7 forbidden rituals aren't just techniques. They're a homecoming to the divine antenna that's been sleeping at the base of your spine since birth, waiting for you to remember who you really are and what you're truly capable of when your cosmic receiver is fully online and broadcasting. Your authentic frequency signature to a universe that's been waiting to respond to the real you. Remember, your vibration is the seed of your destiny, and your tailbone is the sacred soil where that seed transforms into the tree of your expanded reality. What you activate today builds the world you will inhabit tomorrow. But this time you won't just be living in that world. You'll be consciously creating it from the divine throne of your awakened hidden bone.